Well, we made it to our final game of the day here on day 2 of these, the World Lacrosse Super Sixes, and this one will go back to the men's division. It'll be Canada versus Team Indigenous. Team Indigenous dropping a heartbreaker a couple of games ago to Mexico. So still looking for their first win now with an 0-3 record, and Canada the exact opposite, a 3-0 record. And they took down the Indigenous in their first game of the tournament yesterday, a 28-8 victory. And that was the late game last night as well. There's our first shot of the game, but it will go wide. No save necessary for the goaltender for the Indigenous, and Keegan Melanchuk. His counterpart at the other end of the turf will be Ashton Clark. Melanchuk with a save percentage, 45%. Clark at 52%, now getting into his second game here at the tournament, and we'll have to wait a little longer for his first test as that shot goes wide. The Canadians have been splitting time between Ashton Clark and Lucas Price, who got into their last game against Team Mexico. Now a delayed call coming up against the Haudenosaunee. Shot scores. Ty Fisher. Shout out to his father, Jeff Fisher, who I know will watch this one back later. Gave me a hard time for not giving Ty a goal call on his first goal of the tournament yesterday. So there you go, Jeff. Give him his 4th goal of the tournament, and the first one of this game, and that'll wash out the delayed call. Sakani Baker. Fake pass across. And turnover sends Canada the other way. Oscar Lucas, nobody sliding to him, so he'll just fire it himself, take some contact afterwards. He's going to draw a penalty as well, but rips that one home and puts Canada up 2-0. Is that goal call good enough for you, Jeff Fisher? I'm just joking. We love Jeff here at BC Sports TV. I'm sure he's somewhere in the stands currently. Lucas with the pass through, shot, and a save by Melanchuk. In tight, denying Keegan Lady. Now Charney on the forecheck, but can't save the ball before going out of play. That'll allow the Indigenous to get out of their defensive zone, still shorthanded. Skracek goes into a double team, tries to spin through, does so, gets his hands free and scores. What an effort. Cuts the lead in half, 2-1 now they trail. Now Winter gets back into the offensive zone. Noakes. And violation goes against Canada, sending the Indigenous back into the offensive zone. Tuck move on a drive, and ball knocked out of the stick of Jack Henhock, looking for what would have been his 5th goal of the tournament. Stumbles back to his feet with Canada going the other way, and Haudenosaunee just going to take it right back. Backhand shot, sent wide. Trayvon Hunter had a huge game against Mexico earlier. That one he'd like to have back, certainly, in Canada. Tries to make him pay as the shot blocked. Ball goes down to the turf, and an interference will keep possession in favor of Canada. So they'll get a reset. Noakes will take it along the near side. Thomas closes the gap. Pass goes through to Lucas, and a save by Melanchuk. Now Sakani Baker. Works his way, tiptoeing the crease on the far side. Fakes the drop pass, now sends one over to his right. Thomas got dumped, lost possession, no penalty on the play, and Canada will take it right back. Feed goes back to the goaltender. Quick up to Lady. Late man joining and a pass to the near side corner. Oscar Lucas back to Young. Return feed to Lucas. Jab step pass to Lady, scores. Fake drop feed. Instead of going to Baker, goes over to the far side. Pass afterwards, not a great one, and out of play. Canada's going to take it right back as Fitzgerald. Quick in to collect. Now Murray to his right. Fisher denied. Another save by Melanchuk. And shooter steps to the crease following the shot. Following the save, I should say. As Canada leads 3-1 in the opening quarter. A little over 3 minutes remaining. Spinning back on the drive. Joshua Russell Bryce sends it wide and out of play. Adam Noakes will collect. Noakes clears the zone himself. Gets over top and looks to the far side. Successful with that as Charney rips one. Stopped by Melanchuk. Rebound over to Oscar Lucas, and he puts it home to the low corner. Second of the game for Lucas. Now up to 12 in the tournament. There's Nicholas Thomas. The pass goes to the outside. Ball knocked free, goes to the goaltender, Clark. Now Winter looking for Young. That deflects off of his stick and out of play. Back to Temeka Gottfriedson. Turpin applying a little pressure near the center line. Team Indigenous break free of that. One hand feed goes off of a stick of a defender and out of play. Trayvon Hunter, excuse me. The one-handed pass and under 10 seconds on the shot clock when that one went out. So with Team Indigenous maintaining possession, no reset. Now Canada taking it away, a little bit of pressure, and Turpin takes it. Numbers now for Canada. Turpin over to the far side, scores a twister. From Ty Fisher, gets another one, second of the game. He opened the scoring, and now late in the quarter finds another one to put Canada up 5-1. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So Canada up by 4. And when we return, second quarter action coming right up. You're watching the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. Back underway for the start of the second quarter, and a face-off win by the Indigenous, trailing by 4, 5-1. Canada leads through the opening 8 minutes. Gottfriedson lost the ball just as he loaded up. Charney trying to clean it up for the Canadians. Turpin finds it and shows off his wheels quickly to the offensive zone. Shovels one over to Winter, scores. Garrett Winter finds his first of this game. 12th of the tournament now. And is that a 10-second count going against the Indigenous? And a quick turnover. Very slow getting out of their own end, assuming that was a 10-second count. And Canada makes quick work of that. One-handed shot goes off the goaltender and out of play. Now Thomas from distance. Down to the far side, and shot was deflected down. Young got a piece of that, looking for the loose ball. Indigenous able to keep after it. Swim move, shot, scores. Somehow avoids the crease, Jack Henhock. Now a long pass goes up. Numbers for the Canadians. And Kirby can't dial that one in. Cleanly wide off the fence behind the end line. Melanchuk will start off from behind his crease. Send it up to Sakani Baker. 6 goals in this tournament thus far for Baker. Feels like he should have more than that by the amount of chances he's had, but there's another save by Clark. Rebound sends the Canadians the other way, and Lady makes no mistake from there. Fires one past Melanchuk. Lady gets his second of the game. Andrew Sam waits for the rest of the change to be facilitated. He'll dish over to the far side and head off. Trayvon Hunter. As the rebound goes out of play. Reset given to the Indigenous, and Gottfriedson starts things off. Drives one hand, tries to muscle one home, and Clark makes the save. That'll go out of play. And might have a penalty on the play here, is Lady making his way towards the penalty area for Canada. He'll take a seat now, and the Indigenous will get a power play out of this. Joshua Russell Bryce starts off the possession. Baker from the far side. Gottfriedson with a low one. Puts some muscle behind it and goes low past Clark. Fitzgerald to Winter. Spins back, shoots, scores. Up to 2 for Winter in this game. And he'll head off as Canada sees Keegan Lady come out of the penalty area and back out onto the turf. Far side corner, pass through. Lady found it, scores, top corner. Rights his wrong from a moment ago out of the penalty box and right back into the mix. 3 goals in this game now for Keegan Lady as Canada goes up 10-3. Henhock couldn't get that one towards the goal, ends up wide, and he'll apply some pressure on the forecheck now. Clark steps out of his crease to be an option. Quick pass and a collision near the center line. Ball gets knocked loose. Oscar Lucas still digging for it. That'll be a back over call. Chance for the Indigenous, and they take advantage. Turnover and a goal. They go back the other way now. Couldn't see the number on the jersey of the goal scorer. But lead cut down to 6 as Charney goes over to the far side, scores. There's the answer back from Canada. Hat-trick goal for Ty Fisher. 3 goals coming into this game, now 3 in this game alone for Fisher, as that one goes out of play and Canada will get possession right back. Fitzgerald gets things back underway. 2:50 remaining until halftime. Pass went through to Turpin, unintentionally deflected it towards the goal and stepped through the crease as well. There is Sakani Baker. Shot scores. Give him 7 in the tournament now. His first of the game. Kirby. Slide comes over, so he'll go back to the perimeter. Gets a whack from Sam, just letting him know he's there. Canada found the back of the net, but that will be disallowed as the whistle had already gone. Long feed and perfectly placed. So Melanchuk hit a man on the run. Ball ends up in the other goaltender. Ashton Clark runs onto it and sends it back up to the offense. He'll head back to his crease now as Winter follows that up with a pass through to the far side. Fisher down to the corner. Nice stick check by Nathan Grady Sam to dislodge the Canadian player of possession. Big collision through the middle, and that's going to be a penalty, I believe. Gottfriedson doesn't like it. Not sure if he's actually the penalized player or not. He's heading towards the bench area. We'll see who it goes against. And it will be Temeka Gottfriedson. Taking a breather for the time being, and Canada will go to the power play. Charney to Lady, down low to the corner. Young goes across and unable to get a shot off. Melanchuk was there. Now Lady with it again, already with 3 in this game. Fake pass, takes a shot and rings iron. Young, backpedaling away. Skip feed through to the middle, tucking underneath. Murray gets the pass across, scores. David Charney finds the back of the net for the first time in this game. Pass knocks down. Here comes Canada once again. Charney looking for another and cannot beat Melanchuk. Beautiful save, stick side. And Charney just lets that one roll out of play. Canada gets a reset. Back to even strength now. Shot blocked by Baker. That one stings. He stays on his feet. Charney gets a jump shot. Another stick save by Melanchuk. Rebound collected again. Last second shot. Gottfriedson not happy about that. But a save either way. And is that the end of the quarter? All right, that's the end of the quarter. All right, so after a quick investigation, it is indeed the end of the second quarter. Good job, team. And we'll be back after this 5-minute breather for second half action live at the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. Second half action underway in our final game of the day between Canada and the Indigenous. Canada leading 12-5 through 2 quarters of action. Thank you for joining us here on BC Sports TV, live with the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. Indigenous with the first possession and first goal of the second half. That one came from Trayvon Hunter. Shout out to Kevin Hill for being my eyes on that one. That shot goes well wide from the stick of Alan Gain and out of play. And actually they'll say deflected off an Indigenous stick, so Canada's going to keep possession. No reset. Shot clock goes down to 5. Noakes, far side feed. Shot, another save by Melanchuk, his first of the second half. That goes out of play once again. This time Canada gets their reset. Pass comes to the perimeter. Noakes tries to flip it through, knocked down. And here come the Indigenous as Temeka Gottfriedson showing off his wheels, gets through, gets a shot off and puts it just wide, stumbles afterwards. So he'll head back towards his bench now, and Canada looks for an answer back. Beautiful one-hand catch, and Kirby beats Gottfriedson. What a catch. Now Baker looking for his second, and he finds it, just reaches around the defender, and Fisher. Oscar Lucas. Product of the Burnaby Lakers in the BC Junior A Lacrosse League. That shot goes wide over the cage, and the Indigenous will collect from behind their net. Baker. A howitzer off the mark. Each team with shots going well wide on back-to-back possessions now, and Ashton Clark will collect for Canada. Quick up from Winter. Murray down to the corner. Fisher skips one through, shot, scores. Make it a 14-7 lead now as Lady gets another. Henhock shot and a stick save. Clark takes away the 5-hole. Young goes on a run, pass across, scores. Beautiful look as Kirby gets his second of the quarter, second of the game, on a beautiful pass from Blake Young. Now Gottfriedson, a howitzer. Give him another. Both teams have found their scoring touch. Fitzgerald looked to mimic some more of that, but a shot blocked. Gottfriedson sent it up. Baker, one-hand catch. He'll get back to the outside, shovel one through. Shovel shot shortly after, and Gottfriedson completes the hat trick. A highlight reel tally is the Indigenous start to mount their comeback here, still trailing by 6. Turnover and a chance to cut that lead down to 5. Shot off the post and caught a piece of the goaltender as well, and out to the near side. I believe that was Kevin Hennock. Heading back for a defensive shift, pass through, Lucas scores. Oscar Lucas joins the likes of Keegan Lady and Ty Fisher with 3 or more goals. Lady with 4. Brandon Kirby and Garrett Winter both on hat trick watch for Team Canada. Temeka Gottfriedson has a hat trick for the Indigenous. Shot and a goal. No, excuse me, a save. It was a goal. My eyes did not deceive me. Not as blind as I thought I was. So lead down to 6 now, 16-10. Canada leads. Fisher somehow got a handle on it and scores. What a catch by Ty Fisher, having himself a game. 3 goals coming into this one, now up to 4 in this game alone. Reaching back with one hand on his stick to find the handles. Spinning underneath. Trying to tuck it through and scores. Underneath of Clark somehow. I believe that was Joshua Russell Bryce. And Canada goes the other way. Garrett Winter finds his hat trick marker. Andrew Sam. Pretty footwork, runs into a double team, lost it for a moment, retrieves it on the near side. Draw pass behind him. Krawczyk comes over, finds Godfredson. Shot clock under 10 seconds. One hand on his stick, tries to shovel one through, knocked down. Final minute and a half of third quarter action here. Pass over to Lady, denied. Melanchuk makes another save in tight. Penalty on the play. And Sam will take a seat. Brendan Murray to Adam Oakes, down low to the corner. Oakes with it once again. He's got Fisher parked on the crease. Murray, far side, shot, scores. Lady again. Melanchuk rips one over the center line, picked off by Young. He's got Fisher with him. Numbers here for the Canadians. Murray scores. It was a 2-on-1, turned into a 3-on-2. Ooh, that one brought some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Trayvon Hunter gets another one. And Canada answers right back. Winter. Stretch pass was off the mark into the final minute here. Clock about to come on momentarily. It's Turpin. Feeds Lucas, toe drag. Drives through, spins, shoots, and that goes out the other side, and there's an injured player down here and in some discomfort. Looks like a lower body injury here. Waiting to see a number as well. Nathan Grady Sam, I believe, and trainers come out for a little bit of help, and we'll take a breather here as we're just seconds away from the end of the third quarter, and we'll have the conclusion in just a moment. All right, we are back for the final few seconds of the third quarter, and then we'll take another break here for the start of the fourth. Tough to see a number over on the far side of the injured player for the Indigenous. We think it might be number 9, Jack Henhock. One last second shot towards the goal and had to get helped off by a trainer, not putting much, if any, weight at all on the injured leg. We will try to provide some updates, but we're going to take another break here as we head towards the fourth and final frame in our final game of day number 2 between Canada and Mexico, or excuse me, Canada and the Indigenous. Back underway for the final quarter in our final game of the day between Canada and Team Indigenous. Quick face-off win courtesy of Keegan Lady, and Canada's offense will get right back into the mix, leading 21-12 through 3 quarters. Turpin, looking for the one-timer. Couldn't quite find the handle, and that ends up out of play. A little bit of pressure here. Noakes slowing up Sakani Baker. Backhand pass, shot and a save by Clark in tight. Pretty passing play by the Indigenous. Now Baker with a little bit of pressure, and Turpin sprints away from that. Pass down low, bobbled onto the turf, and Melanchuk reaching for it, collects in his crease and sends one to the near side. Temeka Godfredson, 3 goals in this game. Might he find number 4 now as he stumbles? Gets back to his feet. Drives, shoots, and can't avoid the crease. Clark made the save as well. Now Alan Gain. Pass down low. Great save by Melanchuk, denying Young. Dakota Grismer-Vogt stumbled for a moment. Big hit there as he gets back to his feet. He and Oscar Lucas battling. Lucas gets possession. Pass over to the far side, scores. Now the Indigenous called for a ward here, and possession will go back to Canada moments after finding their 22nd goal of the game. Fisher Spins and sends one over to the far side. Another save by Melanchuk. Down on his knees. Still finds a way to take up as much of the goal as possible. Nicholas Thomas. Got to get over center. That one goes over, and Fitzgerald sprinting away. Takes the shot himself, and Melanchuk gets another save. That one goes out of play, and Lady will start things off from the corner. Fresh 30 for the Canadians. Turpin from distance. Charney to Young. He's robbed on the crease a moment ago. Takes it to the goal again and scores this time from way outside. Now Andrew Sam gets away from the pressure of Charney and heads off for a change. Sakani Baker driving on Turpin. Goes across and saved by Clark. Gets a piece of that with his left shoulder. Shakes it off, and Baker stepped through the crease as well. Now Winter. Turpin to Winter again. Pass just handcuffed him ever so slightly, and that goes out of play. 23-12 now Canada leads. Pass finds its way to the far side. Return to Gottfriedson. Jump shot, wide, ends up in the corner. Winter sprints away. He'll head off now. Pass goes to the near side. Kirby loaded up. Shot was blocked. Melanchuk. Hard pass up to Baker, and what a goal. Melanchuk's going to get an assist, but Baker rips one home with his back to the goal. It's his third of the game and his prettiest by far. Now a pass goes down on top of the crease, and Oscar Lucas answers right back. Baker goes right back out. Now looking for his fourth. Drives low and lost it. Lady with a defensive play to knock the ball loose. Now numbers for Canada as they come in 3-on-2. Lucas drives on his wrong side, goes over top anyways and scores. Fifth goal of the game for Oscar Lucas. Joins the likes of Keegan Lady with 5. Shot and a save by Clark. Quick up. Breakaway here for the Canadians. Turpin in all alone. Scores. Now Andrew Sam over center once again. Trayvon Hunter. Trying to get his hands free. Runs into a double team. Finds Sakani Baker. Tucks under on a toe drag. Shovels one again, and this time goes off the side of the goal. Creativity starting to show for Sakani Baker. Here's Noakes. Under 2 minutes remaining. Shovel shot by Winter goes wide. Gottfriedson. Quick up to Hunter. Goes one-on-one. Kept at bay. Shovels to the outside. Gottfriedson working on Young. Drops his shoulder and stumbles. Back to his feet. Switches hands. Scores. Some pretty ones from the Indigenous as of late. Charney passed through to the middle. Lucas keeps possession. Works his way to X. Now Charney. Fake shot. Far side feed. Just inside the post for Brendan Murray. Drive underneath. Spin back through to the corner off the side of the net. Sampson just off the mark, and Murray will take possession behind the goal, and now quick up to Turpin. Quick work of their transition. Now Gain over to his left. Lady finds Fitzgerald streaking off the bench. Shot, and that goes off the leg of Melanchuk and out the other side. Late stages of our final game of the day. Pass looking through to the middle. Deflects back to Turpin around the perimeter. Lady takes it off the bounce. Drives underneath. One more move. Spins back. Shot. Wide over to the corner. Just narrowly missing the official on the far side. Now, final count is on. Does Baker have a little more magic? Near side feed on a drive underneath. Hunter, backhand shot goes wide. And that will close things out for day number 2. 27-14 is your final. Canada improves to 4-0, and the Indigenous still on the hunt for their first win of the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. Thank you to everybody for joining us for this one, and for any or all of the games that you've joined us for on day number 2, but we will close things out for the entire cast of characters up here in the booth. I've been Tino Farah. We've been BC Sports TV, and we will see you next time.